Welcome to the 2019 open water season. We are super excited. Ice fishing is fun, but come April, it gets pretty boring and long, and we are anxious to get on the water. So here we are, first day on the water with our 2019 Lund, powered by a 350 Mercury Verado. We have a 15 horse Pro Kicker. Excited about those. Last year they were carbed, this year they are EFI, a lot easier starting. We have manual downriggers, we have Trax Tech trees, single rod holders, Trax Tech tracks. Very great system, easy to use, simple, durable. You're not going to break that stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's a 22-foot boat, a lot of horsepower, can hold 60 gallons of gas. Up front we have our Minn Kota Altera 112-pound trolling motor. We use that to kind of steer us, use it as autopilot. We use our kicker motor for power when we are trolling like we're going to be doing today. So usually we are in the middle of the wilderness, away from people, away from buildings, away from concrete, away from everything. Today we are in the middle of it. We're on the outskirts of Chicago, Illinois, and we are going after coho salmon on Lake Michigan. It's early season. It's a gorgeous day. It's going to reach about 60 degrees today, sunny skies, calm winds, which is what you need to get out here on the big lake. It's a big one out there. So we have about a 5-10 mile run. We are going to be in a spot that we presume there's salmon. Again, we're not locals. We don't truly know. We've never been here before, but there are a ton of boats kind of leading us out of this channel here. So kind of reminds me of the Rainy River in the springtime. Like there was probably 50, 60 boats back at the landing. So a lot of people. It's a nice day. You expect that when you have days with no wind. So we're kind of idling out here. We are going to be trolling for coho salmon using planer boards, using downriggers and flashers and flies, and hopefully it'll be a good day. We are excited. Yeah, that's kind of all there is to it. Every episode from now on is going to be open water. It's going to be, a lot of them are going to be filmed the week of, so a lot of current relevant content coming your way. Stick with us, it's going to be a good one.
Welcome to Season 3 of Superior Angling TV. Brought to you by AmSoil, the first in synthetics.
All right, we have made it to the spot. We are going to deploy our rods. Again, it's going to be a trolling program is how we're going to start. I don't know how we're going to finish, but I presume we'll probably troll all day. We're going to use planer boards with lead core, flashers down to a peanut fly. We're going to use downriggers, and we're probably going to put out a couple stick baits on our outside boards. There's really no mud lines out here this time of year. It's kind of just clear water, and we're just going to use kind of the shoreline in these walls, these break walls, to our advantage that are going to kind of hold and deflect the fish. So we're going to be trolling close to shore and to get our lines out, and hopefully before too long we won't have we'll have a fish in the line. We are in the boat here today. We have Kevin and we have Mike Hoffman. You do a lot of salmon fishing on this lake. Have you fished cohos out here before?
This is my first time coho fishing out on Lake Michigan.
This guy has his kings dialed in, but we are all kind of newbies at this coho deal. But again, it's a very similar presentation to early season cohos on Lake Superior. Right now up in Duluth, it's all ice. You can't really get boats out on the lake yet, so why not drive down here and put fish in the boat? So that's gonna kind of be the plan today. So we're just gonna long line that one on mono on a board. What speed do you wanna go?
About 2.3, right in there.
Yeah. Similar to Superior again, so sticking with those bright colors, bright oranges, pinks. Again, it sounds like a very, very similar program to Lake Superior. We're gonna find out though very soon. No way. He was just letting the rod out.
Oh, awesome.
Did he come out?
Yeah.
I think you know we're in the right spot when that happens. You don't even have one line out and he gets bit. Oh.
I think I was a little excited.
Yeah. That rod had some bend in it, man.
Yeah, it felt like a nice fish.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Hopefully it's not going to be too much longer and we'll get another one. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Fish on.
No way.
Fish on. Here we go. Fish on.
That's not a bad first start. Letting both lines back. Mike gets hit. Kevin's letting his outside board out. That gets hit.
There we go. First Lake Michigan salmon of the day right there. Fish hit on a hot steel jointed scatter wrap. We had 2 hits and this one struck and fish on.
Fish! Man, did he smoke that thing. He hit it so hard he released that front clip. We got fog and we got fish. And some cooler air moved in, really foggy. So what we did, there's a lot of boats in this area. So what we did is brought our lines in a lot tighter just because you can't see 40, 50 yards and these boats appear out of nowhere. Like literally there's 50 boats in this area. So it's just kind of common courtesy. Bring all your lines in tighter. These fish are not boat shy. You're still gonna catch fish. All right, there we are. Grab our net. What's it gonna be?
I don't know.
Could be a decent sized coho if it's a coho.
There's a Dodger.
That's a coho.
Coho.
That's a big coho. Nice. That's a good size one, huh?
Yeah, it's a nice one.
That's a very nice one. Look at that fish, bud.
Nice one.
We're gonna admire the fish, but also be on the lookout for other boats because it's crazy out here, but that's a big coho. So, I mean, you may see 1 or 2 of this size on Lake Superior throughout the year, but this is a lot, you know, a lot bigger than our average coho. So, what's that set up there? So,
The lure Jensen Dodger with just a peanut fly. We tied the leaders 3 times the length of the Dodger. Seems to always be like a good rule of thumb.
And the Dodger doesn't turn, it just kind of wobbles, right?
Yep, it just flutters back there like that.
Okay, yep. That's a gorgeous fish. I love that's a cool blue on them.
Yeah.
They look a lot different than the Lake Superior ones. Yeah, that's a good fish. That's a little bit bigger than ours. I'd say, what's that, maybe 22 inches?
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. Heck of a fish.
Nice one.
Yeah, that is a nice one. Hopefully we're gonna get another one too. These cohos school up, so we're gonna be on the lookout for another fish here shortly, but that's not a bad one, huh?
Yeah.
Throw him in the box and get back out there.
It's summer again at Marine General, and we're here to get you on the water. Kayaks, canoes, and paddleboards, water sports, knee boards, wetsuits, ropes, and life vests, rain gear, marine safety, electronics of all kinds, rods and reels, trolling motors, rod holders, and all kinds of accessories for your boat, live bait, lures, and a crew that appreciates your business.
This spring, shop the great selection of Lund and Crestliner fishing boats at RJ Sport and Cycle. Our knowledgeable staff is here to answer all your questions and help you get on the water. We sell both aluminum and fiberglass boats, suitable for a variety of applications. Full windshield models, side consoles, tillers, and more. We sell them all. Don't forget, we also carry pontoons. RJ Sport and Cycle is your leading Lund dealer in the area. Visit us in store or check us out online today.
Your way of life means everything to you. That's why we put our everything into fueling. We're here for you every moment, every day, every season, with a dependable propane supply and competitive pricing plans that fit your budget. Superior Fuel. Switch and save up to $500 annually on your propane. Visit savewithsuperior.com.
When we care about something, it shows. To help protect these things, call on the knowledge and experience of a local independent insurance agent that you know and trust. Some things we just can't afford to lose, and that is why we exist, because the worst brings out our best. Holden Insurance, Duluth and Superior.
You going on the long line, bud?
Yep, hooked up.
Beautiful. Right here, this inside board too. There's a double. This is chaos. Holy cow. This is what a lot of boats in fog does. I don't know what we're gonna do here. Look at these guys. You keep reeling, Hoffman.
All right.
I'm gonna play a puzzle maze and get us through these boats. Let me know when you need the net.
Yeah,
You're close.
getting close.
Look at that. That's a salmon. This is chaos, guys. Absolutely chaos.
Now, hot steel jointed scatter wrap again.
So that's just long line right behind the boat. So these fish are not boat shy right now. I don't know if this one's still on there or not. I think this one got off. I'll keep bringing it in. That's a good size. That's maybe that 20-inch range, huh?
Yeah, that's about average. You lose them?
I got nothing. That's fine. That's what happens. I mean, there's just nothing you can do about it when you have fog and 50 boats in one area. That's number 3 or 4 for the morning yet. It's still kind of early. What did we notice? We noticed we caught a fish. We trolled for a while with no fish, and we noticed the water is really clear. We got back into some water that was a little bit more dirty, and that's where these fish are. So there's a little bit of a mud line. It's not much. It's a little bit. I mean, you can definitely tell the difference with your bare eye. So that's kind of where these fish are hanging. So we're gonna focus on the little bit of dirtier water we have here, and it's only like maybe a 40-acre spot here with dirty water. So we're just gonna kind of zigzag in here and see how it goes. There's a fish. I just set that rod too. Unbelievable. We've had such a drastic weather change here. We had fog and no wind, and now we have a system coming through, and it kicked that fog right out of here. Ooh, look at that salmon run. Oh, nice, that's a good one. It kicked that fog right out of here, and the south wind is starting to rip, and our fish kind of slid offshore a little bit with this wind. So it's been maybe an hour since we've caught a fish. We just slide with the wind, you know. Kind of my thinking was that, you know, these fish were in tighter, and that south wind kicked up and blew the water, you know, the water temp and water clarity that they liked. It blew it out, and they just kind of migrated with them. And sure enough, we slide out here and get a fish. So it is just crazy. It's like a totally new day. I mean, you go from fog and partly sunny to cloudy and wind, and hopefully we're not going to get wet today. We're going to see what this is pretty soon here. It's going to be a salmon. You can tell by the runs that they take. There we are. Look at that. That is a smaller Lake Michigan coho salmon. Not too bad at all. That fish is ice cold. And this is on a different lure. We just put this lure out. We just changed them up and put them out. We're gonna get this guy in the live real quick. Right here, this is what we just changed to. This is a Brad's. It's called a thin fin. It's kind of the craze down here. Talking to some locals, Brad's makes it. You know, us up around Duluth, we know Brad's for like the 57 Chevy color, and those like longer bomber style lures. But this is a thin fin, a totally different bait. I've never used anything like this before. It's got a loud rattle in it, and we just put this out, and within, I don't know, not even 3-4 minutes it got hit. So that's a pretty good sign. That's a really good sign. So we just kind of slid offshore, we changed up a bait, and it got hit. We didn't even get the other lines out yet, so that was the outside board rod, and whack. So bright colors. Hopefully we're gonna get into them here. All right, we were running suspended rigs on our downriggers, but since we've slid offshore a little bit here, we've got down into about 50-55 feet of water, and we're seeing some decent marks on the bottom. So we're just gonna put out like a kind of a white and black and silver spoon to kind of mimic an alewife and try to get a lake trout to go. So I presume they're lake trout. Again, we don't know 100%, but cold water, there's some arcs literally right on bottom. So in my mind, they have to be lake trout. So we can see them with the Markham RT on the dash, and we kind of zoomed in on them, and they're within, you know, 6 inches to a foot off the bottom. So in my mind, they have to be trout. So we're gonna take off kind of the flasher and fly that we had on our downrigger and just put on a bare spoon and drop that right next to bottom and see how it goes. So I don't know what this wind and weather's gonna do. We're looking at the radar, there's some rain coming in, but we're just making do with what we got right now. So let's get after it. Right there, downrigger rod. Oh man, that feels heavy. That feels heavy. We slid off, as I was saying, and there's some marks on bottom. I presume this is a lake trout because we dropped the spoon down there right next to bottom, and it got hit. It feels pretty heavy. It's just kind of swimming with us right now. This is kind of a debacle. I mean, you hear all these reports of coming out here and just pounding the salmon one after another, you know, and that just hasn't been the case today. Right away this morning we had great action, but now this weather's kind of thrown us in a loop, and we're just kind of scraping out fish as, you know, best we can, trying to piece something together. It's got weight to it. It hasn't taken a big run or anything. It's just kind of dead weight. I'll take a big lake trout out of Lake Michigan though. Go figure, we find a lake trout in a salmon spot. No surprise. Again, cold water. These lake trout are gonna be on bottom, same as Lake Superior. There we go. That's a nice fish. Holy cow, is that thing pale. Huh? Wow. A completely different looking fish than we see on Lake Superior, I'll tell you that much. Look at that. Extremely pale. I mean, it's just borderline ugly. It's unique though, that's cool. That's a really cold fish. That's a good one though. I mean, it's long and skinny, but it's just funny. You go around the Great Lakes and you notice a difference in color and shape and size of different fish, but yeah, not a bad lake trout. We'll take it. There she goes. There she goes. Down, back to the depths. That fish was ice cold, living right on bottom. Especially, I mean, it's the same program we see on Lake Superior when you have really cold water temps like we do now. When we slid offshore, we went from 41 to 38. Those trout are gonna be down on bottom. So we might put out another spoon and try to, you know, get some lake trout action along with those cohos, because why not, hey? Something to bend the rod, and I know there's big trout in here too. Outside board just got whacked. That outside board, it released too. I don't know what's going on here. What do we got? That fish hit so hard, it released that front clip on the planer board. So we kind of sometimes just set up our outside boards to release. Hoffman is coming in fast. Get that net ready. Here we are. Bam, that's a salmon right there, and we are starting to put another program together. That's fun because we just caught a fish on this lure, and there's another one. It's the thin fin from Brad's. Locals around here love them, and we did not know about this lure until we came down here. A buddy of ours said that we should go pick some up. We did, and that's all we're catching them on right now. So that is a good sign It's always an even better sign when you can get 2 salmon within 20 minutes or a half hour. There's another fish right here. This is incredible. I'm gonna be a little bit greedy right now because I'm the only one with a mic on, and we have windy conditions, and audio would be tough for anybody else. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bring this one in. That's what you want. That's what you need to find. And we found it right here. Our near shore bite just died. There's 15 boats in there not catching anything right now. And we said, hey, what the heck, we're gonna slide out and just see where these fish went. And sure enough, we found them. So this is on another thin fin on lead core. So that's 3 in not a very long period of time at all. That's a better one. That's a better one. Bam, that's what it looks like. Yes, that's amazing. Not a bad fish, not a bad fish at all. He's still green. I love the backs on them. It's like a bluish green color. They are absolutely gorgeous. They look a lot different than our Lake Superior salmon. A little bit bigger, a little different coloring, but just as fun, just as aggressive. And to pluck 2 out of that pack, we're gonna get him in the live well and circle back through there. But both of those came on those thin fins. So you guys up north, if you wanna come down here and fish for these cohos, that is pretty much all these guys use down here. So yes, we have jointed scatter wraps out and whatnot. We got a couple fish on those earlier, but right now they're not working. It's all these thin fins. I have 3 out on my planer boards, so they are working wonders right now. That's a nice fish.
At Minnesota Resort Sales, we only sell family-owned resorts and campgrounds. Has your family ever dreamed of being the proud owners of a resort? Take the first step. Log on to mnresortsales.com and take a look at the 35 to 40 operations that we have for sale. The resort you'd love to own might be for sale right now. Then give us a call and let's talk about your family's future.
At Wittes Trailer Sales, customer experience and satisfaction is our top priority. Located in Esco, Minnesota, we stock a full lineup of enclosed trailers, snowmobile trailers, and cargo trailers from brands such as Aluma, Look, Pace, and more. While you're here, shop the largest selection of Mahindra tractors in the area. Our skilled parts and service team is here to tackle all your repair needs. Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco, where customers become friends.
From opening weekend to the end of the season, you want every outing to be a success. AMSOIL synthetic lubricants provide next-level engine protection, both on the lake and on your way to it. Keep your mind on what's important this weekend. Choose AMSOIL. Reliable as your favorite lure and as dependable as your secret spot. Visit AMSOIL.com to find AMSOIL products near you.
Holy cow. I just got that salmon in the box. I tried to get Kevin a wireless mic to put on this downrigger trips. We are on the fish right now. This is heavy. We need to slow down the boat, Mike. It's such an investment. You know, you drive 6-7 hours down here and you hope for the best. You hope to smoke the fish. And yeah, we did okay right away this morning, but then it just kind of died off and the weather changed. And we were kind of scrambling there for a little bit. Nobody had nets out, nobody was catching fish. Crazy. A little bit of magic. A little bit of magic here today. I'm excited to see this. It feels heavier than the last one. All right, there's my second color of lead. We're to the leader. We're gonna see this fish pretty quick here. That's a good fish. Ready, Hoffman? Look at that. Yes, yes, yes. Woo! That is a tank of a lake trout. Oh, look at that fish. That is a good lake trout. Is that ever fun? Lake Michigan lake trout and coho salmon. How much more fun can it get? He just inhaled that spoon too, huh? There she goes.
Fish, fish. Well, this one feels like a good one.
Another lake trout. That's a spunky one.
Yeah, he is.
Another pale one.
He is right off the back of the boat.
Yeah, it's not a bad one. Another really pale fish. They're cool looking though. It looks like a brown trout almost. They're so pale.
There we go.
There we are.
Awesome.
That is another Lake Michigan lake trout. Look at that.
Awesome.
Yeah, not too bad.
Nice trout.
That is a nice trout. Yeah. I wouldn't say the prettiest trout we've seen in our day, but they put up a heck of a fight out here on a day where it's not incredible fishing. Like, it's tough. You're having to work for these fish. So, you know, we have downriggers down on bottom to catch our trout, and we have our planer boards up higher for the salmon. So, yeah, not bad. I mean, trout are a nice kind of fill in the gap in between your spurts that you catch your salmon. So you'll find a school of salmon, you'll catch a couple, then it'll be maybe an hour or two before you're going to find them again. And these guys help pass the time when the salmon aren't biting. So, I mean, every trout we've seen has been 8 to 12, 13 pounds. I mean, they're nice, heavy fish.
Yes, they are. Whoa, you got some weight on them.
This weather's just throwing these salmon off, but luckily we have these trout that are keeping us busy. Loosen your drag if you need to. It's gonna be a good fish. Come on, Kevin.
I don't like that.
It's on his bottom jaw.
I don't like that.
Let's go, come on. Right now, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. There we go. She's ours. That's a big trout.
Awesome.
That's a big trout. Oh, man, that's a good one.
That's a pig.
That's a long trout. Man, that's a giant. Hold on. She's
Boy,
still...
these things are lively, aren't they?
They're... Come on, girl. There we go.
Spunky.
Yeah, that's a heck of a lake trout, guys. Long line right here. Fish, fish. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That's what we needed. All our salmon this afternoon has been on these thin fins. Coho action in April. It is so fun to get the boat out. Look at that. Nice one. Get him in the box,
Nice.
huh? All right. Our day is being cut short by that system. It's starting to rain right now. It's nasty. It's getting extremely windy. We have red on the radar coming, lightning. It's gross. So unfortunately, our day right now is coming to an end. You can't win every time. I think we got a little taste of success, but definitely not the full thing because the potential here is amazing. I think we're gonna be back next April and try to hit this nail on the head. We're gonna quickly put these cameras down because that's ugly and try to get these cameras in the Pelican cases before downpour happens. It's like right there. So from Mike, Kevin, and I, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.